Hello and welcome to the Downsized Dish. My name is Laraine Durham, and this is our show where we talk to people who have lost weight using a GLP-1 medication like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, Zepbound, semaglutide, and Tirzepatide. I've lost over 50 pounds on the GLP-1 medication, Tirzepatide. And on this show, we talk to people just like you and me about their weight loss, how they did it, how many pounds they lost, how long it took them, all the important things that we want to know. Before we get started, I hope you will go ahead and like and subscribe to The Downsized. We put out content every day about GLP-1 related topics, so we hope you'll come along for the ride with us. I'd also like to mention that I am not a doctor. My guest is not a doctor, and this is not medical advice. So please check with your doctor before starting any health or fitness journey. Okay, got all that out of the way, and I'd like to welcome today Rhonda. Welcome to the Downsized Dish.
Hello, Laraine, and hello, Christopher, behind all of the technical things.
He's behind the scenes. Rhonda, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm 66 years old. I live in Winter Park, Florida, where it's hotter than heck all the time.
Yep.
Really, right now it is. I retired in 2023. I was at Disney for 33 years, where I was an actress and a singer and a comedian. Then I became a director where I created entertainment, and then I became a producer, and then I retired. And
wow, that sounds fun.
Oh my God, I had the best jobs in one company, working for a great company. So it was really wonderful. So I worked with some of the most talented people, which was even better. And in 2013, I married my husband. I had never been married before, and so I waited until the right, fabulous person came along. And now I'm the bonus mom to a 34-year-old who lives in Kansas City and is a doctorate in psychology.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. That sounds like an amazing career. I mean, at Disney for 33 years, that sounds like a great job.
Yeah, I actually was at Disney longer than that.
Longer than that.
At the beginning, I worked for an outside contracted company performing at Epcot. And the funny thing is, I'll just tell you something funny about that. So he has a picture of me like in a purple skirt and a white top with an apron. The photo on the left is me performing in the UK pavilion at Epcot. And I was outside of the height weight requirements. And so to be in front of people at Disney, you could be no more, I believe it was, than a size 12.
Oh, wow.
And so I was quite over the height weight requirements to work at Disney, even though they made that costume special for me. SAC Theater found out that the president of Walt Disney World had to come and approve me.
Oh, wow.
In front of guests and being outside the height weight requirements. It's like, was I too fat? Was I going to discuss the guests? I don't know what they're, So his name was Dick Nunes, and he came out and he saw me and he approved that I could work in front of the public. So,
wow. How intimidating that must have been.
Yes.
And kind of horrifying at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just saw him a few years ago before he passed away and thanked him and reminded him of the story and thanked him because he allowed me to stay and work. Said I went on to have a 33-year career with Disney. So I was glad that came full circle. And Disney is no longer like that.
Oh, good to know.
You can be any size to work in front of the guests. There's no age, there's no height, weight requirement anymore.
Well, that's good to know. Good to know. Well, let's talk about a little bit about your weight loss journey. When did this all start for you?
So I won a Baby Beautiful contest because of my chubbiness when I was about 2.5. And my parents, and I sent Christopher a photo of that. Yeah. So 2.5, I was chubby. It was really cute then. So I kind of peaked very early. And then the picture right next to it is of me with my Nana when I was 10. And I was very chubby then too.
Yeah.
So my mom took me to Tops. They didn't have a Weight Watchers where we were, but we went to Tops. Have you heard of that?
My grandmother did it. Take off pounds sensibly. Is that tough?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, so that was when I was 10. So I started then. Then I went to a doctor. My mother took me a doctor for my weight, and he put me on speed, like Black Beauty kind of things.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I was probably 11 or 12 at the time.
Oh my. Okay.
And I just remember my heart pounding. I remember just not being able to sit down. And so my mother was like, okay, this isn't going to work. So I didn't last on that for long.
Yeah.
And then I just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I sent a picture of my senior prom picture where you can tell I was very big there.
But I had that picture. Yeah. There.
Yeah. But I came from a very small town, and I was like in chorus and like, the vice president of the student council and the, the manager of the boys basketball team. And, I knew everybody and did everything.
And it didn't slow you down.
I didn't let it slow me down.
Awesome.
But I just, kept getting bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after college, I moved to Florida, where I got the job in SAC Theater, where I had to get the height weight restrictions lifted. There, I was just so unhappy with myself and my weight. And I tried every diet there was, of course.
Yeah.
And I heard about this place called the Janet Greason It's Not What You Eat, It's What's Eating You Center. And so it was very expensive, and I couldn't afford to be out of work. You went in, it was like a month in treatment.
Oh.
And I couldn't afford to be out of work for a month. I was a single girl with, rent payment and car payment. And do you know that the people in SAC Theater, which were some of the best people I've known in my life, they gave me their vacation days.
Oh, wow.
They all chipped in.
Wow.
Their vacation days. So that and their sick days, so that I could go into this 30-day treatment center.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's really generous. So tell us about the treatment center. What happened there?
Well, basically they took us to, they put us on very strict calorie deficit diet.
Yeah.
We worked out. We went into therapy group sessions, individual sessions. And then every night we were shipped off to Overeaters Anonymous.
Oh, okay.
And so when we would get back from Overeaters Anonymous, like we'd go in this little bus thing. And when we'd get back, it was the funniest thing to see all of these overweight women rushing the nurse's station, because they would always have a piece of fruit waiting for us in a big bowl. And people wanted to be the first one to the bowl to get the biggest apple.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I lost a whole lot of weight there. And then shortly after that, SAC's contract with Disney ended, and I started working at Disney Hollywood Studios. And that's the picture of me in the purple dress that I just sent Christopher today, because that's how much weight I lost after. Yeah, that's like at my thinnest kind of as an adult before my gastric bypass surgery.
So what's your height and weight there?
Do you remember? I don't remember, but I'm 5. At that time, I was probably 5'7.5". I'm only 5'7" now. But I was like a size 16.
Yeah.
So I was still, pretty large.
Yeah.
And I was still unhappy with my weight, but I kept going to Overeaters Anonymous even after I got out of the treatment center.
Okay.
And in Overeaters Anonymous, we were on something called the gray sheet. It was what I chose to be on and what my sponsor wanted me on. And
what's that?
It's more keto than keto.
Oh.
It's very, very carb conscious.
Yeah.
And it's just so hard to stay
Yeah.
on something like that. It's just not livable.
Right.
So I started dating a guy who I eventually was engaged to.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always just wanted to eat like a normal person. Like, why can't I just eat like a normal person? You know,
Exactly.
I eat a carb and I blow up.
Mm-hmm.
So I started gaining the weight and gaining the weight. And then I would hate myself for gaining weight because then I'd think, look at all your friends and the people you love who gave up their vacation days and sick days
Oh,
for you. And now
oh, you're letting them all down. If you gain the weight back, no pressure there. Oh my gosh.
it was absolutely heart wrenching to me to gain the weight.
Mm.
But I did, and I kept gaining weight. I after doing that job and with the studios, I was like, you know what? I've worn heels and tights and a wig and made people laugh and walked up and down in the heat long enough. I think I want to change jobs. And so I auditioned to be a show director.
Oh,
I say I auditioned, I interviewed to be a show director.
right.
And I was grateful to be chosen and for a bench, a pool of people to pick from. And I was plucked off it pretty quickly. And I enjoyed that so much. Um, but after many years of that, um, I just kept gaining and gaining and gaining until I got to the picture with me in like a green dress, a long green dress.
Let's take a look at that picture.
Yeah. So in this picture, I was 389 pounds. So on the left, I was 389 pounds.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't really find clothes that fit me.
Yeah.
And my job, my last job before the gastric bypass surgery was to go around Epcot to show direct the talent at Epcot. And so
Oh, okay.
I had to walk around in the heat to all of these places. And so I had this dress in every color because it fit
Oh,
and it was cool. But it was, very, very hard to get around and to be okay. And my dad just, he was always so worried about me. He was like, "Oh my gosh, Rhonda, I can hear you breathe. You sound like you're so strange, you're breathing.
Oh
I'm
my
just
gosh.
worried about you." And I adored my dad. So it was like, oh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And you mentioned gastric bypass. When did you have that surgery?
So in 2005, I started in 2003, right after my dad passed.
Oh.
I decided I got to do something.
Yeah.
So it took me 2 years to get approved for insurance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then, I kept gaining during the time that I've been trying. So that picture actually was taken at the doctor's office.
Mm-hmm.
And then the picture on the right was me in a size 12 dress, which I had never been in a size 12 dress as an adult. And
Yeah.
I had lost 200 pounds.
Wow.
So my smallest was 187.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can, 187. There it is. So in the picture on the left with me in the flannel kind of shirt was at Disney. I worked in the same building with the photography center, the Disney Fine Arts photography team. And so there was a very lovely gentleman there, Tom, who every month would take a picture of me. He said, "You need to have a photo memory of this." So every month he would take a picture of me. And for the longest time, I wore that shirt and those pants. And then it got to the point where it was just, I couldn't wear it anymore.
Yeah.
And then on the right, that's a picture of me when I went. On the picture on the right, I actually had my neck done.
Oh, okay.
Because I never had a jawline or a real solo chin.
Uh-huh.
Tell very well in that picture. But that was a size 12 suit. And I was so excited.
Yeah.
In Singapore, teaching a creativity class with Disney Institute. And the man from Singapore heard that I had lost, 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He said to me, "Oh, good. someday maybe you can lose like 40 or 50 more and be normal.
Oh no. People in other countries really don't view those of us with weight issues kindly, do they? Really don't. And they're not, and oftentimes they're not afraid to tell you, like, you know what, like, oh, man, yeah, like, you know. But anyway,
That just broke my heart because
yeah, terrible.
that was the size that I was, happy with, and I thought would be my
Right.
goal weight. So in 2008 is when I had my neck done.
Okay.
And then I met my husband that year, the man who became my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, I wanted to be normal in front of him. So I would try to eat like a normal person. And it just
Yeah. And how'd that go?
didn't go well.
Didn't go well. Oh
Didn't
my
go
gosh.
well.
So you gained some weight back after how much did you gain back?
So I gained 100 back of the 200 I lost.
Oh,
When we got married, so when we met, I was a 12,
mm-hmm.
08. In 2013, when we got married, I don't even know what my weight was, but I was now a size 18.
Mm-hmm.
So I went from a 12 to an 18.
Yeah.
Then right before I started taking the medication, I was like I tried to not get something with an actual size, but I would be like
Yeah.
a 3X or a 4X or, a 24 or a very first 22.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what led you to the medication, and which one are you on?
So my sister had been on the Wegovy and then on Mounjaro.
Mm-hmm.
It worked really, really well for her. And I was thinking about it and thinking about it. She's been on it for years. And then this past in October of 24, I was on a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And I became very friendly with this woman. And she, out of the blue, said to me, I take Zepbound. And I was like, tell me more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've lost 60 pounds. I feel so much better, and she just told me about her journey. And I'm like, Jill, I've been thinking about that. And so I'm going to be looking into that. So I kept thinking, I talked to my doctor's office about it. I see a PA there. And she said, well, in this office, you can get either a compounded semaglutide or you could do Zepbound Direct. And so then I did more research. I decided to go with Zepbound Direct. And I started, and my husband and I went on a big cruise to Asia in April.
Oh.
So the pictures that I showed of me at my heaviest was the heaviest right now,
Yeah.
It was 288.8 is when I started.
Mm-hmm.
And those were pictures from our trip to Asia. We got back at the end of April, and on May 2nd is when I started doing the Zepbound. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So a little different from the size 12 picture, but also very different from the size, 6X in a dress picture. So, I'm grateful that I didn't gain all 200 back.
Yeah.
But I almost didn't keep this appointment with you.
Oh, why that?
Because the reason I made it originally is I thought, I don't hear a lot of people talking about what it's like at the beginning. And when you've already lost all the weight, you forget about what it's like at the beginning. So it might be good to talk about what it's like at the beginning.
Yeah, sure.
But then I got a virus. I got sick. And after the virus, I could not get my energy back. I was so fatigued. And on Zepbound, every once in a while, 2 days after my shot, I'll be fatigued for like half a day.
Yeah.
And it was like that, but constant for 3 weeks.
And were you still on Zepbound during this time?
Mm-hmm. Still on Zepbound.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting lightheaded, and it was just not good. So I saw my doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and I was only eating like 800 calories a day.
That's not a lot.
And she was
Yeah.
like, but I didn't want to eat.
Yeah.
The medication was working. I didn't
Yeah.
want to eat. And my sister said, well, that's what the medication's supposed to do. And you should only eat when you're hungry. That's what I do. And so I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to only eat when I'm hungry. I don't know
You're
why.
never hungry. But on the
But you're like,
medication, you're not that
right.
not hungry.
I'm not
Yeah.
hungry. So I would
Yeah.
only eat like one meal a day. And I was, look at this. I'm drinking lots of water and I'm eating one
Yeah.
meal a day. I'm going to be skinny in no time.
Right. Right. Right.
I
So
couldn't function. I could not
yeah.
function. But I went through that for like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
After I saw my doctor, she said, well, maybe we should lower the medication. Maybe we should go down to 2.5.
Yeah.
And I was like, my gut tells me that's not the answer. My gut says that I just need to eat more. So since then, and she had me cut my high blood pressure medication in half.
Nice.
So since then, I've been eating about 1,200 calories a day,
Okay.
like a lot of little meals, like little things during the day.
Yeah.
And then, but I have it in my head from OA when I used to do 3 meals a day, nothing in between, 3 meals a day, nothing in between. So to eat all of these little teeny meals throughout the day, it's like, oh, okay.
It's such a mind shift, right? To get rid of those old diet culture feelings, sayings, habits.
Yeah. And it's like, Rhonda, you're not eating for pleasure. You are eating, or because of rules, you are
Right.
eating to be healthy. You're eating to have energy. You're eating to have nutrition. So
Exactly.
now I feel, oh my gosh, it's been so for the first week and a half of doing that, the scale kept going up and up.
Oh,
But the funny thing is that I didn't freak out.
okay.
I was like, yeah, my body has to resettle itself. It like just didn't bother me.
Yeah.
And I kept hearing Christopher's voice in the back of my head, just take your shot, just take your shot. And I was like, I'm just going to keep taking it and doing the things that I'm told to do.
Yeah.
And so now I'm losing again. And actually, I'm starting to get some more food noise. So I actually think it might be time to go up on my dose, but I'm going to talk to my doctor about that next time.
Yeah.
So in 13 weeks, I've lost a little over 20 pounds.
I mean, that's amazing. And I love how you worked with your doctor to figure out, confetti. Yay. Yay. So I love how you worked with your doctor to figure out you weren't eating enough. And then did your doctor suggest the mini meals, or how did the doctor suggested that? And that was a real mind shift for you from coming from Overeaters Anonymous and not eating like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what your body needed. And even as you saw the scale go up, you weren't worried because you knew you were doing what your body needed. And now you've started losing again. I think that's great. I think that's a great story.
And I also think, I was very fearful, even though I know this worked for so many people.
Yeah.
Fear in starting it was that it wouldn't work for me.
Right. Right.
I'm going to be one of the 10%.
Right. I've tried so many things. Is this going to work? Yeah, there's a very small percent of people, it's probably less than 10%, that it just doesn't work for, and they don't know why. Right. So luckily it has worked for you. So you're on, did you say you're on 5 milligram now?
5. Oh, and I wanted to say something. When I was on 2.5, I had no appetite suppressant at all.
Okay.
I didn't feel any appetite suppressant until I was on the 5.0. Then I felt it. And the food noise went away at 5 milligrams. The appetite suppressant kicked in at 5 milligrams. But at 2.5, I didn't feel anything. And so then I was still scared about, oh my God, I'm going to be one of those people. It's not going to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people who are just starting, I hope that they will, give it time and just keep taking their shot and doing the right things. And
Yeah. It might take 30 days or 60 days or even 90 days. We talked to a man the other day, Jamie, who's lost over 300 pounds. He lost 0 pounds until the
Months.
3rd month. Yeah,
Mhm.
3 months in. So, I mean, that's just, encouragement for those out there who might be just starting. It might just take your body some time to get used to it and to get going. So don't be discouraged. So I guess your weight loss, you're averaging a pound,
A little
pound and
over
a
a
half a
pound and
week.
a half. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
over a pound and a half a week
Yep.
average.
Perfect. I mean, that's right. So the average weight loss is a half a pound to 2 pounds a week. So you're right in there. What are well, let me ask you this first. Have you had any side effects?
Yes. Some side effects I can't necessarily contribute to the Zepbound because I've always dealt with constipation issues.
Me too.
So, I have constipation, but I
Yeah.
really, the Mago 7 that you suggested, by the way, has
Oh.
really done me well. I've been going regularly now, and it makes me very happy. Um, and I also think the many meals during the day, the little things I eat during the day help too.
Yeah.
I just have a gut sense about that. So I've had the constipation, I've had fatigue every once in a while for like half a day, 2 days after my shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one other side effect that I wanted to remember to tell you. Let me look at my little list. But nothing to
Nothing that's going to stop you from taking the medication.
nothing at all that's going to stop
Yeah.
me from taking the medication.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll remember the other side effects sooner or later.
Have you found anything for the fatigue? People ask me all the time, what do I do for the fatigue? Usually I just say, well, try to lie down. Have you found anything helpful for that?
What on Sundays, I have my shot on Friday, and on Sundays, it doesn't happen all the time, just sometimes I'll have fatigue for like half a day. And I just give into it. But for the 3 weeks when I was fatigued, I just got mad after a week, and I'm like, I cannot lay around. I cannot not do anything.
Yeah.
So I forced myself, I do yoga 3 times a week. So I forced myself just do yoga. I would force myself to go to the gym and walk on the treadmill. And then I would nap.
Well, and I guess that if you had, it almost sounds like a long COVID type of, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but
Yeah, I was tested for COVID. It wasn't
okay.
COVID. It was that I wasn't eating enough, and my blood
it
pressure
really
was
was, it
too.
really just went back to the food. It's so few calories. Your body was just kind of not shutting down, but like really trying to conserve its energy. I get it. I get it. So what are your goals now? Like how much more do you want to lose?
It's interesting because I didn't really have a goal weight
Okay.
until I heard Dr. G, when you and Christopher spoke to Dr. G, and he talked about the studies show that if your BMI is 27, that prevents you from a lot of diseases and issues with your weight.
Right.
And it just made sense. And then I did some more research about it, and I'm like, okay, well, how much would I weigh? I have to weigh to have a BMI of 27.
27.
So it was 170.
Okay.
And so that still sounds high to me, because in my head I should be 150 for some reason. But I'm also, I'm 66 now, and
Right.
if 170 is a healthy BMI, I'll be happy at 170.
Yeah. I mean, and also, you can see how you feel when you get there, because you're going to get there, right? You're going to keep losing, and you're going to get there. And then, you can see what that looks like and how it feels and how easy it is to maintain. And you can always, this tool, the Zepbound, will be here as a tool for you. So, let's see.
Go
ahead.
I'm also hoping to not have to pay for Zepbound because I'm on Lilly Direct.
Yeah.
But it was recently approved for sleep apnea.
Oh.
So I'm going to have a sleep study done. I had a sleep study done, one of the ones you do at home with the thing on your finger.
Yeah.
It came back that I had mild sleep apnea.
Mm.
But the sleep doctor said, if you go into a sleep lab, often you'll get a different result because those are just more accurate. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have a sleep study done, and hopefully I can get a diagnosis of moderate to severe sleep apnea. And then when the new cycle comes along of picking my prescription medication plan, I'll pick one that has Zepbound approved for sleep apnea.
For sleep apnea. Yeah. Yeah, so you have to have moderate to severe sleep apnea for the Zepbound, and that would be great, right? Because then it'd be covered probably. And you're on the Lilly Direct now, so you're doing the vials. Yeah. And how's that working? I mean, I haven't talked to a lot of people who are on the Lilly Direct. Do you like that program?
Oh my gosh, it's awesome. They are so, as soon as I go to my doctor, that day I get something from them, says we got a prescription.
Oh, good.
And here's, your payment information, fill it out. So this past shipment was supposed to come on a Thursday by noon. And Thursday noon came and went, and I didn't have the shipment. And I looked it up on UPS, and they said, oh, it was returned to sender.
Oh, no.
So I got in touch with Lilly Direct, and they said they missed their time frame of when they had to deliver it to you, since it has to be kept cold. And so we told them to send it back. We're going to destroy it and send you a new one. And then I got the new one within 2 days. So
wow.
I've been very happy with the service.
Yeah.
Not very happy with the price, but
Is it $4.99? Is that what you're paying?
Yeah.
$4.99 a month?
I also get the needles and the wipes and stuff, the syringes. So I think it totals up to $504 a month.
Yeah. Yeah, they charge you a little bit extra for that. But that's amazing that they saw the UPS was taking too long. You live in Florida. They were past their window and they called it back and sent you. I mean, that's that's amazing, because mine has certainly taken longer than 2 days, and you always wonder, like, it's cold, but it's that cold, and so that's some great customer service right there.
That's what as much as I think that Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly are doing a little price gouging at times.
Yeah,
I was very not at times. Right now is the time that I believe.
Yeah. We agree. Yeah,
I think that the customer service gave me a good peace of mind. And when I was deciding whether I was going to do the semaglutide compound or Lilly Direct, those weren't the two options that my doctor's office gave me. Was around the time that it was a question mark whether compounding was going to continue.
And it still is, honestly, but yeah.
And it was also, the research I did said that if you were on a Tirzepatide, it's just a larger percentage of weight. And since I had so much weight to lose, I figured that would just be the best choice for me.
Yeah. Yeah. The Tirzepatide is slightly, you lose a slightly bigger percent of your body weight than on the semaglutide. And honestly, that's when I was presented with the two choices. That's why I went to Tirzepatide too. But both have been shown, very effective for weight loss. So, yeah, that's nice that your doctor gave you those options, right? Right in your doctor's office. That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm very happy with, and I love that Christina, the PA that I work with, she listens. Like when I said, no, I don't, my gut says not to go back down to 2.5, because I knew that I didn't have any real help from the medicine at 2.5,
Right.
So it's all been working well. And I've always loved to cook healthy anyway. And so now, and now that my husband and I are both retired and I can cook something for the both of us, that makes it better too.
Yeah. We've always known what to do, right? We've always known what we were supposed to eat. It's just that food noise that constantly kept us going back for more. Talk to me about exercise.
I'm more like Christopher in the camp of I really don't want to exercise.
All right.
But I don't get a lot of activity because even though I'm retired, I do some work still. I coach executives in their speeches. I help
Okay.
write speeches. I do some work for some not-for-profits, but none of it is work where I'm moving my body. So I've done yoga for probably 10 years now. So I'm very, very bendy and flexible. But I wasn't doing anything with weights or, yoga is some cardio, but I wasn't doing enough. So now we try to go to the gym to do cardio, to do the treadmill and walk on the treadmill. And then 2 days a week, we do weights at the house. During the Amazon Prime, I bought a little weight set.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So just this morning, both my husband and I were doing a little weight routine up from YouTube. And
Awesome.
yeah, so I'm doing it. The only exercise that I actually like is yoga. And I'm grateful that there is an exercise that I like. But
Yeah.
because it's for your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, almost. But
Right.
just, I wanted to go back to something you said earlier. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it reminded me of a story of after I got married. So in 2013, right after I got married, I was a size 18, and I went to my husband's family reunion in California.
Oh.
And I walked into this reunion with every member of his family, some that he hadn't seen since the last reunion 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it shocked me when I looked at his family because every single person was thin.
Ah.
I
Wow.
was the fattest by far.
Oh no. Yeah.
And if you go to my family reunion, every single person you see is going to be overweight, except for my sister who's been on, Zepbound now for several years. So Mounjaro for several years. So it's a disease. It's hereditary. There are so many different factors why somebody could have the disease of obesity. But when I look at my family, I'm like, there you go.
My grandmother, my mother, and me, right? Yeah, it's interesting that you notice that, right? So I think as a person who has been heavier, that's kind of the first thing when we walk into a room sometimes is what we assess, right? We assess the people. Am I the biggest one here? It's, what are these people going to be like? It's so interesting how you can see it in families too. And it's really hard to explain food noise to a naturally thin person. I don't know if you've ever tried to explain it to your husband, maybe, but does he get the food noise?
Well, I loved what Jamie said about it's the little kid having a tantrum, and that's what food noise is, and it's that little Jimmy having a tantrum that he wants a candy bar, and you finally give him the candy bar to shut him up. That's food noise, So my husband got that.
Okay. That's a great example.
So yeah, I got so much out of that interview. That was really wonderful.
Yeah, Rhonda's talking about the interview we did with Jamie Seltzer. You guys can go back and watch it. He's lost 300 plus pounds, and he's still on a weight loss journey. So very, lots of good tidbits, lots of good motivational tips in that one for sure. Let's see, what else? So in looking in your closet, do you just have a range of all kinds of sizes, or have you gotten rid of anything yet?
I've gotten rid of one of my sisters who had lost a lot of weight doing a low carb diet was here a few years ago. And I was like, oh, here's a cute dress. We were getting ready to go on a cruise together. I was like, I haven't worn these dresses in a long time because they were, 16s and 18s. And so I was like, here, have these dresses. But I still have in my closet, I think everything from 20 to 24. And so, which is good because for a while I won't have to buy a lot of new clothes. You know, shirts you can get away with wearing for a long time, but
Okay.
pants you can't. You know, pants they're just going to get to the point where they're too baggy that you can't wear them. So
Yeah.
I know that for pants I'll be good for a while, and even shirts I have, you know, quite a few sizes in the closet. So
Yeah. Yeah.
our
Well, that's
last
good.
our last cruise, my largest you know, kind of dressy outfits I noticed were just a little
Mhm.
too tight.
Yeah.
So now I'm hoping that our next cruise in
I'll fit
October,
better.
it'll be fitting better.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, you should come on the Downsized cruise with us.
I
And you.
I know I would really, really like to. We're talking about it. We're thinking about it. We went on a group cruise before
Uh-huh.
with a travel vlogger that we love named Gary Bembridge,
Uh-huh.
and you know, just and I feel like this even on the downsize. I don't know what you call them. The Tuesday, the open mic kind of thing. The Tuesday and the Wednesday where you can write
Oh,
things.
our live shows.
Right,
Uh-huh.
right.
Yeah.
So I always feel like, oh, who am I? And like, even though I seem pretty outgoing, I'm really shy. And so I went thinking I was going to meet all these people on this other group cruise. But then my
Yes.
husband and I are just very shy and we don't meet people. We don't feel like we fit in. And
No.
I'm like, oh my gosh. Like when I look at like Barb and Mindy and Mel B and Darium, I'm like, they're the cool kids. Who am I? Like, I'm little Rhonda who's lost, you know, only a little over 20 pounds. And what do I know?
Well, I mean, we had all different kinds of people. We had 50 people that joined us for this cruise. And the nice thing about this group was that, we all had this struggle in common, right? So we did some get to know you games, we did some mixers, we would meet for breakfast in the morning. It was just really nice to have a group of people. And not everybody is, outgoing. And there were people that came on the cruise that I had never even seen in a live or make a comment or anything. And we switched tables where we ate every night, so we got to meet different people. Anyway, if you want to come, go to thedownsized.org and you can click on the cruise tab and see all about that. Christopher and I love cruising. You mentioned that cruise blogger. Christopher gave him a thumbs up.
Yeah. Oh, we love Gary Bembridge. We just love him.
Is he
And
English? Is he from the
he's
UK? Yeah.
right. He's British. He's
Yeah.
bald, and he's just a wealth of information.
Yeah. I think
And
I've watched him a little bit.
he's really helped us because through him, you know, we said that we wanted to retire and travel. And
Mhm.
so we have done so much traveling. We've been through the Panama Canal, you know, in Miami to Los Angeles. We've been to Southeast Asia. We've been to Alaska. We've been to the
Wow.
Mediterranean. We've been to Greece. We've done transatlantics. We're going to Norway. We've been, you know, we've done a Baltic cruise. So we've just traveled so much. But I can't imagine what it's going to be like when I lose some more weight and how much more comfortable I'll be.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like now I've said I'm not traveling overseas unless I have a business class seat.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
don't want to travel in economy because I'm just not comfortable in that seat for long periods of time.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's hard. It's hard at any size, let alone a bigger size. So yeah, I get it.
and right now I'm at the point where some airline seats I sit in and I don't need a seatbelt extender,
Uh-huh.
but I do normally have to like suck it in and you know, it's not comfortable when I don't have the seatbelt extender. And then
Yeah.
some airlines I get on and I do need the seatbelt extender. So I'm looking forward to the day where I can sit in a seat and comfortably be in it without a seatbelt extender. That will be a good non-scale victory.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's a lot of things a lot of people point to that as like they knew they knew they were on their way when they didn't need that seatbelt extender. Christopher, I think every time we're on the airplane, he pulls to see, takes a picture to see how Oh, he's progressing. So, but it sounds like you're doing great, and I'm sure you'll be there. What's one of your best tips or something you wish you knew when you started for somebody maybe just starting this journey?
Eat.
Eat.
You know,
Yeah.
and I always eat protein first.
Awesome. You have
Eat,
a protein goal? Like, are you counting grams of protein?
yeah, now that I'm being very diligent about getting my calorie count and I do at least 90 grams of protein a day.
Awesome. Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of the fiber gummies.
Fiber gummies. Yep.
And I use the one that you used, I found on your store. I have a
Yep.
question with your store.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've been doing this to support
Mhm.
you guys, but I don't know if it's working. So when I had to buy anything like on Amazon deal days and blah, 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 I went
Yeah.
to your page first and then I would search, even if it was nothing on your page, then I would
Yeah.
search and buy stuff, but I would start it at your page. Do you get credit for those buys?
We do. So thank you very much. So yeah, anytime you click through the link to get to my store, even if you don't buy anything to my in that product, those products too. So thank you for that. It's just little bits, but it all adds up and helps support the channel. So yeah, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
Well, I would love for you to be able to retire from your real job and then do this full time. So anything that we who have learned so much from you and Christopher can do to support you, I am just all for that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're definitely working toward that. So
Oh, the other tip I had was I was very reluctant to electrolytes. I was like, if I'm eating my protein and doing all the things I'm supposed to do and taking my multivitamin, and why do I need electrolytes? I don't get it.
Yeah.
However, now when I start to feel a little run down in a day, I have some electrolytes. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what they do. They give me a little bit more energy and a little boost. So,
Yeah.
Eating enough to get at least 1,200 calories a day, if that's what your doctor or nutritionist says is right for you. Some people are told to eat a lot, many more calories a day.
Mm-hmm.
The Renfo scale says that I could, lay flat all day and have 1,450 calories,
Oh. Yeah.
But, eating, drinking, and don't be afraid of electrolytes and just doing it. Like, just do it.
Right. Something I learned at the conference last week was just do it afraid. Like, you know what I mean? Even not necessarily with electrolytes, but anything, just do it anyway. We're afraid of lots of stuff. Just do it anyway. It's like Christopher's, just take your shot, right? So
I once heard Dr. Phil say, winners do what losers won't do.
Oh, that's a good one.
And
Winners
so,
do what losers won't do.
Yeah, if you refuse to do it, you're not going to win. And so
Right.
I think there's some truth to that. There's some not truth to that, but I use that as I want to win at this disease of obesity. I want to conquer the disease of obesity, and so I need to spend a half an hour lifting weights in my living room. I need to go to the gym and walk on the treadmill. I need to do yoga 3 times. Like I need to eat my protein. I need to drink my water. And so I want to put the disease of obesity in its place.
In its place. I like that.
Who's boss? I'm going to tell obesity who's boss.
Get the heck out of here, obesity. We're coming for you, right? Yeah, because obesity is a disease and it's not our fault. And, these medications are tools to fight the disease of obesity, and we're fighting it. We're fighting it every day, right? So it's not a cure for obesity, but it's definitely a treatment, and it's definitely a fight, right? But we're willing to do it. We're willing to do what we need to do to be winners against this disease. So I love that you're doing all those things.
And I really look forward to the day that I've lost all my weight. I'm looking at my picture and I'm like, oh yeah. But
Well, take your pictures like your friend at Disney would take your picture before. Go take those pictures and you can see your progress. I don't know if you've taken your measurements, but that's another good thing to do to see progress along the way. So I'm sure you'll have to come back and talk to us again when you've reached another one of your milestones. So let us know how you're doing.
Yeah, thank you. I hope that somebody just starting out can get something from this, because
absolutely.
That's really why I decided to do it.
The eating part is key, right? Because all of our lives we've been told don't eat, or only eat 3 meals a day, or only eat this much. But really, now we can view food as fuel for our body, something that we need. It's a whole different way to think about it. And we're allowed to do that now because the medication allows us to think about what we really need versus candy, cakes. I need everything all the time. So anyway, I love that.
One of the blessings of this is that I have totally lost my craving for chocolate. I totally lost my craving for anything too sweet. I put creamer. I put the Premier Protein in my coffee as my.
Oh, nice.
But I can't put too much, or else it'll be too sweet.
Oh,
I have no desire for wine.
Oh, yeah, that went way down for me too. Yep.
Yes. Oh, and the bug bites. I used to get horrible mosquito bites, and now and before I know it, it's gone.
It's gone. Isn't it amazing?
It's amazing.
I noticed that a few weeks ago. I'm like, what is this magic witchcraft? Because I'm sure living in Florida, you got the giant bugs down there, right? So they'll come and carry you away, those bugs. But yeah, that's another benefit that we've just found out along the way. So, well, good luck with your sleep apnea sleep study. I hope it goes poorly for you.
I hope I fail.
I hope you fail. Right. Awesome. Well, thank you, Rhonda, for spending time with us today at the Downsized Dish. I hope everybody out there will like and subscribe to The Downsized. You can also check out our website at thedownsized.org, where we've got a link to our cruise page, our Amazon store, and a lot more you can check out there. And there it is right there. Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you next time on The Downsized. Bye, Rhonda. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.